I'm going to go through a couple of series and sort of it's illustrative of where Ponder is at or not at in his progress as a quarterback. It's the first series. Our first series, we marched down the field and scored a touchdown. That was nice. Opened it, had a good run with Adrian Peterson, then a nice play action pass to Greg Jennings that was on the mark, perfectly thrown for 27 yards. Very nice. Well done. Good job, Ponder. But then he went on later in the drive to overthrow Jarius Wright on a post route on 3rd and 5. It was a first down, but he overthrew him. So had he hit Jarius Wright in stride, he could have made it to the end zone. He had Jennings blocking on the left-hand side, running around on the left-hand side, so Jennings was down the field in front of him, able to block if need be. And there was a lot of in stride. There would have been a lot of running room for Jarius Wright. So that's one opportunity that was blown. The same drive later, there was a play action pass to a wide open John Carlson, tight end John Carlson, that was thrown too late, and the pass was lofted too high. There was too much air underneath the pass to give the cornerback Grine, I think was his name, enough time to run back and break up the pass. Now, if you look at the play, and it broke it down in the coach's view, so you see the whole field. Ponder does the play action. He turns, he looks. As he's looking, he can see Carlson breaking away from his defender, so he can see Carlson breaking into the open, completely in the clear, and if he'd stopped at that point and set his feet and thrown the ball, he would have hit Carlson in stride for the touchdown, but he didn't. He took more steps, threw it late, and his hesitation is a big problem. It's a reason why there was enough time for the cornerback to run back and break up the play. Of course, we later scored on an Adrian Peterson run on that drive with LaTroy Guion leading the way with the fullback, which has been a problem since Jerome Felton was suspended for 3 games, but he's back for the Steelers, so hopefully that will get shored up. The second drive, the second scoring drive the Vikings had, Ponder underthrew Patterson on the go route that Patterson had enough agility and body control to catch, despite the fact that it was underthrown. It looked like had it been thrown over the defender that Patterson could have caught it in stride. He had a step on the defender, but the good thing about the play was it showed Patterson's athletic ability, his ability to stop and recover from an underthrown ball and catch it as well as he did. It was a hard catch to make. Then that same scoring drive, Ponder hit Jennings on an out route, on a rollout pass that he hit Jennings on the hip. And so on an out route, you're going and you're turning sharply to the out, and the ideal placement of the ball is leading the receiver into the cut. So he catches it, and he's got momentum with him. But Ponder threw the ball on Jennings' hips. We had to reach back for it. It's going to impede his progress. It's going to halt his momentum, and you're not going to get as much out of the play. Jennings caught it, fine play, but you're not going to get as much out of the play if you don't hit the receiver in stride. And then on the same possession, Ponder hit Adrian Peterson high and behind on the left side of the field, where if he'd hit him at chest level or in the gut, Peterson, and with a bullet, Peterson would have had time to square up and make a move on the defender, but because it was high and behind, he had reached, slowed his momentum again, and didn't have as much time to survey the field and make a move. But on that drive, of course, Ponder, the Vikings went 5 wide with receivers, and Ponder scored on the quarterback draw, which was good. So we'll give that to Ponder, scoring on the quarterback draw. Third scoring drive, Ponder overthrew a wide open Joe Webb in the end zone. Joe Webb ran a great out and up route, left his defender flat-footed, and he was wide open in the end zone. And Ponder overthrew him. It hit Joe Webb in the fingertips. Joe Webb should have caught that pass. It's if you get fingertips on the ball, it's your responsibility as a receiver to catch that. He could have dove for it. He didn't. But Ponder overthrew an easy pass that should have been an easy touchdown. and it wasn't, so a wasted opportunity there. Nevertheless, on that drive, Ponder they called a quarterback draw again on 3rd and 8, and Ponder made a move to stymie the defenders and gave up his body, dove in for the touchdown. So good on Ponder on that. Then in the 4th quarter, with 3 minutes and 32 seconds left in the game, the Vikings leading 27-24, and they're needing to burn the clock. They need to keep the ball out of the Browns' hands. It's 3rd and 5. Greg Jennings runs a perfect out route past the first down, and Ponder just throws completely too far outside, leads him too far. And Jennings was wide open. There's enough for if you hit a bullet pass in front of him, Jennings catches that, converts, and we've got another set of downs to burn more time off the clock. But that was 3-0 for the Vikings. The Cleveland gets the ball. They score on the ensuing drive, 31-27. The Vikings get the ball back with 20 seconds left on the Cleveland 48-yard line. Ponder hits Rudolph down the middle for 7 yards. There's 20 seconds left on the clock. Ponder hits Rudolph in the middle of the field for 7 yards. Poor decision to do that. Burn a timeout. We've got 15 seconds left. Next play, Ponder checks down to Adrian Peterson for 7 yards. We're down to 10 seconds. Ponder's pass from the 34-yard line. The Vikings are at the 34-yard line with 10 seconds left. Ponder throws to the end zone. The ball reaches the goal line for the jump ball. So on that play, I mean, ideally you want the ball to be thrown into the end zone, so halfway into the end zone rather than the goal line, because if it's going to be caught, it's going to be caught in the end zone. If it's tipped and there's a trailing receiver ready to catch the tip, they are already in the end zone, don't have to muscle their way into the end zone. So you got to throw that ball deeper, I think. 4 seconds left in the game. Last hurrah for the Vikings for try a Hail Mary pass and score, and Ponder steps up in the pocket and steps right into a sack. He steps. Fusco is blocking his guy. Ponder steps to the right and steps right into the sack, where he should probably just step right up in the middle of the pocket to throw the ball. But he tried to roll out, which is his want, and that ended the game. Fitting ending for that game. So Ponder. I went through every play in the Browns game and checked the accuracy of his throws, and it was more often inaccurate than it was accurate, even on the on the receptions and on the ones that weren't receptions. Some other inaccuracies, he completely overthrew Patterson on down the middle on a post route. He underthrew Simpson on a back shoulder throw. He completely overthrew Simpson on a rollout right, and that should have been picked off. The safety had, I think, 2 hands on it. It should have been a pick, but the guy couldn't haul it in. On the pluses, so he ran for 2 touchdowns. In addition to those 2 touchdowns, he ran for a first down on 3rd and 8. He stiff-armed 2 defenders to elude a sack and ran for a first down on that. But Ponder's 3rd year, he's got to be way more consistent than he is, way more accurate than he is, make smarter decisions than he is, and by comparison to Brian Hoyer's performance against the Vikings, the guy looked a lot better than Ponder, and it's tough, but that's where it is, and it just sort of feels like with Ponder, it feels like pride goeth before the fall. That this guy is Frazier's and Spielman's pick. They took him with the 12th overall pick in the 2011 draft, and he's not progressing the way he should be. And they're sticking with him, and it feels like they need to prove it, that this was their guy. And despite how well the Vikings have done with their drafts, I think since Spielman came into the picture as the general manager. This was not a good pick, I don't think. It was a reach to take him to the 12th, and with the 12th overall pick, and I think they're sticking to their guns. And we'll see if he starts against the Steelers, but so far he hasn't progressed where he needs to progress. in his third year, and I've been completely defending him, needing the time to develop as a quarterback, but now is the time to shine. It's just not
That's
happening.
a wrap. This has been Vikings Chat. I'm your host, David Erickson. MinnesotaVikingsChat.com. You can also find us at Google+, MinnesotaVikingsChat.com/Google+, written out Google, Plus. That'll take you to the Google Plus page where I include links to all kinds of Viking stories, and Facebook. We're on Facebook at facebook.com/MinnesotaVikingsChat, on Twitter at twitter.com/MNVikingsChat. In every game, we'd hold a Vikings chat on Twitter using the hashtag Vikings Chat. So if you want to join the conversation during the games, use the Vikings Chat hashtag. And on YouTube at youtube.com/MinnesotaVikingsChat. Please do leave your comments. What do you think? What's wrong with the Vikings? What's right with the Vikings? Just tell me what you think. I'd love to hear it. And, of course, subscribe to the YouTube channel so you don't miss any of these podcasts. Until next week, or until Saturday, when we'll talk about the Vikings and Steelers matchup. Go Vikings!